Hi everyone, my name is Kevin and I am the co-founder and CTO of Kinnos, and we are raising the standard of infection prevention. And the problem we're trying to tackle is high infection rates, not just in epidemic settings like Ebola, but on a day-to-day basis in our hospitals. And in fact, 1 out of every 25 patients will come out of a hospital with a completely unrelated infection. And this is in large part due to the fact that over 50% of surfaces in hospitals aren't cleaned. So hospitals are really dirty, and that's led to almost 100,000 deaths and up to $45 billion in direct costs in the US alone. And this can be solved by proper disinfection, but that in itself is really difficult. Disinfectants are transparent. They're difficult to see, so you can't necessarily get good coverage. And a lot of people don't wait long enough for the disinfectant to kill the pathogen. It takes 4 minutes for bleach to kill C. diff, and people aren't waiting long enough. And that human error is causing these infections. So people have tried to solve this by automating the process with UV robots or misters, but those are expensive, cumbersome, they require a lot of training. Whereas others have tried quality control metrics like ATP swabs, but those can't be scaled for every room and every square inch of a surface. So how do we fundamentally improve the process of cleaning itself? And our solution is Highlight. It's an additive that we add into existing disinfectants that colorize it blue, so you can really visibly and vividly see where you're covering and avoid missing spots. And the blue is designed to fade away once that contact time has been met. So after 4 minutes of bleach sitting on a surface, when C. diff should be killed, that blue will be gone. We developed this during the Ebola outbreak as college students in 2014, and our first product was Highlight Sprays. It's basically a powder that goes into bleach solutions used in the epidemic. It's actually being used right now in DR Congo for the current Ebola outbreak. Our second product is Highlight Wipes, and this was designed for US hospitals. The way it works is you add our reusable lid and disposable cartridge containing our Highlight solution, and you add it on top of bleach wipes you're already using. And as you take each wipe out, it imbues our technology on top, leaving you the real-time quality control technology. So I really wanted to home in on this point of compliance. It's such a big difference to be able to see what you're doing and also monitor how well the disinfection process is going before it fades away. And this has led to real improvements. A recently published study out of BMC showed they completely eliminated human error rate when using Highlight compared to their current standard. And our product platform consists of sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers. Hand sanitizers are currently under R&D, but wipes are being piloted in 8 hospitals right now, and sprays are being sold. But we expect the most of the revenue to come from wipes and hand sanitizers, as sprays is mainly a humanitarian arm designed for outbreaks like Ebola. We have 2 issued patents and more pending, and in terms of regulatory, we are considered an adjuvant by the EPA, so we don't need a separate registration label. That being said, we have done third-party testing to show that we don't affect the efficacy or the toxicity of disinfectants when added, and that's been published in peer-reviewed literature. And I really wanted to home in on how integratable Highlight is. You don't need new equipment, you don't need new training, you add this directly to whatever you're using, and you get the benefits of real-time quality control right in front of you. And in terms of traction, we have right now 3 letters of intent for purchase and 1 purchase order. Highlight sprays are currently being sold right now, and multiple strategic interests, because really this is an additive technology that goes well with current disinfectants. Our team is small and lean. We graduated from Columbia in 2016. I'm a first-year medical student at Harvard. But to date, we've raised $1.75 million in both non-dilutive and dilutive funding. Thank you.
I think it's a phenomenal idea. I think it's great. It sounds like you guys are really far along already. Can you tell us a little bit about how winning this competition would actually help you? What would be the next thing you would do by winning this?
Yes, thank you for that question. So I would say our biggest barriers right now are working with these strategics to get Highlight implemented. We don't necessarily want to reinvent the wheel and start selling to hospitals directly. We'd rather work with big disinfectant manufacturers like Clorox, PDI, Ecolab. They already have the infrastructure to get this in place. At the same time, we want to validate our technology. So we do have a lot of pilots ongoing, but expanding our footprint in Massachusetts through M2D2 would be extremely helpful. And finally, so we actually do work with Mintz Levin in New York. They're our legal business and IP counsel, but managing these relationships with the strategics and managing our IP portfolio is pretty costly. So having the support from M2D2 to defray those costs would be extremely helpful.